All right, we're in China. We're all the way north in a town called Chingghai, which is just out of the border of Mongolia. And this week, we're going to be traveling with two other defenders, actually for the next few weeks. We just met them last few days. It's going to be fun. We're going to go off-roading, tons of mountains, tracks, lakes, plateaus, very high altitudes.
They are locals. We met them last week in the beautiful, freezing desert of this northern region. One has been overlanding through this country for years. He almost travels 6 months per year. Another one, it's his first journey. We love the fact that we get to travel with Chinese travelers because I think it's going to teach us a lot of things.
Yeah.
Still to overlanders, 1, 2, 3.
Boom. So this is Story. We're going to be following him today. He's the overlander that knows it all. And then Shay over there is the new guy who just is excited about the whole trip.
I'm the new guy.
And how? Newbie? Okay. Ni iga. Wa yanga. Ta sanga.
Sanga.
Okay.
It's been 4 years since we started life on the road, and we've already crossed 5 continents. This is not our first convoy. We reached the northernmost drivable point of Alaska, crossed the Ecuador line, and drove to the end of the Pan American with convoys. What we always love is the feeling of sharing the experience, the joys, but also the challenges. The terrain and elevation we drive through with our vehicles can be exhausting, and the mechanical breakdowns happen. When one vehicle is down, everyone is down. That's the beauty of a convoy. Here in China, traveling with locals will open many opportunities. They speak the language and help us navigate complicated local regulations. And this will become useful sooner rather than later. From the frozen deserts of the Gansu region to the remote and mystical Qinghai Lake, we overland in China.
Silty Overlanders. That's what our name is for Convoy for the next few weeks. All right, we're ready. Right now it doesn't feel silty at all. It feels like the frozen Overlanders. We're -2 now. Engine is not hot yet, so I can't put the heater on. So right now we just have to fight the cold and the city. But soon we'll be out of all this. But actually we're not gonna be out of all this. We're gonna be even colder because we're going, like now we're at 1,500 meters altitude, but we're gonna be going places where it's 3,500, 4,000. So it's actually only gonna get colder. Whew! All right, let's go.
Right? If I talk with Mr. Gushi in Chinese, you can also translate my mobile application if you want to know what about that.
Yep, that's true. I will turn it on now. Taobao, 可以.
Okay.
If that works, that would be gold.
Test it. Let's try. It's on now.
过这条路就要收费的。了解了，第一次看到这种。
Hey, Peng Yo, I was able to understand the whole conversation with the app, so I know exactly what you've said the whole time. Is Story also using his app right now?
Nick 说话的翻译的内容吗？ Yes, he's opened the Douba application. He can know what you're talking about.
Try and spin the wheel all together, just like in Shangri-La. There's like one of those big spinning wheels. Let's see if the 5 of us together can put our strength to spin it.
Prayer wheels.
It looks hard. Oh yeah, prayer wheels, but it looks like it's gonna be a hard one. It looks huge. Sweet snacks that they brought us. Super hard.
Super hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's moving! It's moving! Yes! It moved. We didn't do 3 rounds, but it moved.
Yeah. 3 rounds would be hard.
Enough.
You know what? For the effort, gotta eat a little sweet beef steak.
At the prayer wheel, we stretch our legs and take a moment to agree on the route ahead. It's only been a few hours on the road, but we already feel we are learning from our travel partners.
Part which will be difficult will be once we
顺遂，长命百岁。
This one is for mom, dad, grandma's safety.
All of these are good wishes for people. So we're going to do one for Kuni and Story and one for Che for their future travels.
Man, this place is crazy. It looks like the Atacama Desert in Chile or even Bryce Canyon in the USA. I mean, this is rare.
Around us, the red mountains turn grey, the snow piles up and the edges of the cliffs grow rockier and more threatening. With our necks twisted upward to look above our heads, we are entering the Qingghai mountain range, climbing higher and higher.
On ice. There's a whole like water stream here that is all frozen. We're at 3,800 meters and it is freezing. My hands are going to fall off, but it is beautiful. And here, let's see how far we can get on the ice.
You're sliding!
I'm just sliding, the wind is pushing me. I'm trying to like stop, but I can't. It's just like...
This is the bridge with the Street Defender and we can see this giant river. Completely frozen. Those two are trying to light a cigarette in heavy wind.
Yeah, we failed.
We failed. Really?
Yeah.
We're trying to
No
help.
cigarettes!
No cigarette.
He was with double lighters just trying it.
Yeah.
What a pity.
What a pity. But might be happy. Might be happy.
Well, I...
那我爱你，他是我的爱你。He's my love.
Yeah.
Why, everybody.
Okay, 你爱你，你爱你。
It doesn't slide too much here.
You wanna try?
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
You try. Stupid challenge of the day. Cross the frozen river.
可以不可以？
You look like two Lao Tang. Nick, fais attention.
Okay. Ah, 这个好。We have wet butts.
You are brothers in stupid ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. 对。
Show me, ça aurait été trop cute.
And my knees.
How?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. That's really cool.
Encouraged by the success of this ridiculous challenge, our team decides to see if we can skip a local tunnel and drive over the mountain pass instead. Our new team seems open to spontaneous ideas, and the scenery is so special that we cannot resist.
Guys are taking pictures. I'm with the drone and I'm trying to see if there's too much snow on the road later because we're not sure we can do the mountain pass this way. That's what it looks on the drone. So that's the track. There is a small batch of snow here, but the big question is how it looks there. So that's what I'm going to look for.
I think it's doable, we just have to air down. Mais là, ici, il y a une voiture qui essaie de passer. Part here, I mean, it is passable, obviously. If you want to do it, you really do. But there's a whole section here where there's no tracks. So I think we'll just turn around. Hey, so we just checked with the drone. It's not going to be passable. There's a whole area, maybe 400 meters. It's all snow covered and ice.
Yeah, so we should come back around, right?
Yeah, if we go, of course we can always do it, but it's risky and then you don't have a winch. So if I'm stuck, I cannot help you. And if you're stuck, if I'm stuck from the front, you cannot help me. So I think so, yeah.
Too bad for this one, we'll have to go through the tunnel. It was worth the try.
On the other side of the tunnel, we reached the high valleys of Chingghai, calm, harsh, and immense.
So many.
That's cool, huh?
That's super cool. I think yak is high up on my list of my favorites animals.
I bet.
Look at them.
Hello.
Hello.
你去哪里？
法国。
法国过来的。
法国过来的，
法国过来的哦。
对，我们去
哈拉湖。
不去那边，
啊
去这边。
Story's defender seems to have issues. Maybe a bearing, they're thinking, so we'll have to stop at a shop. He's been driving, I don't know, thousands of kilometers the past weeks with it, so not like that it's falling on today, but hopefully it's fixed fast. If it's just a bearing and we fix it in time, should be okay.
He's got a very loud sound coming out of his right front wheel, so he thinks it's the bearing. I don't know what it is, but straight up when he drives it goes cronk, 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 cronk. We'll find out. So there's like a mechanic 80 kilometers from here.
He's been driving a lot the past months.
Yeah.
He went from the northeast of China to the southeast, back up west with us.
Wow. That car drives a lot.
So the police stopped the three of us. I mean, we look super flash, so I think it was intriguing as well. They looked super happy. They're always super kind and polite. They only ask for our documents, just the driving license of Nick, actually not even a passport. And the guys also explained them what we were doing here, so easy and sweet. But the main thing is they seem to be caring more about the security and the elevation, so they warn every driver it's going to be cold, it's going to be high, the road is twisty, so it's more about that.
These valleys are also heavily regulated. For a long time, foreigners were not even allowed here. We registered with the local police, and because we're traveling with locals, the authorities allow us to move forward. But it also means there is no way we can wild camp around here. Lucky for us, our friend Story knows a local farmer in a nearby town who opens his home to us. Tonight, the temperature drops to -15 Celsius, and we are grateful to spend the evening somewhere warm. The big question remains, will the car start tomorrow? We're sleeping at somebody's backyard, Story's friend. So that's pretty cool. We can really see how their houses are, you know?
Yeah, so there's a back garden, motorbikes, because they use motorbikes for everything.
Yeah.
A little, I think, vegetable garden maybe in the summer. Glass houses. And my personal favorite, this for the fields. Pretty mean engine. So this is the house. You have a little like kitchen area with a bed. More kitchen area with a couch. And then the bathroom is in the back. I didn't understand. So the bathroom is in this little corner. You can see vegetable. I think that's what they grow in their garden. And the very cute trucks we see everywhere. And you have more rooms here from the inside. What is this?
This is mushroom.
Mushroom?
Yeah.
You prepare for... Nice. So these are yellow mushroom that the owner of the house gifted to Queenie and Story. Apparently they're native from this region. And to warm up the entire place, you have this little fire. Very nice.
Mr. Ma, Story's friend, is Hui, part of a large Muslim community of Western China. He explains that during winter, farmers like him rest from their work. It is also Ramadan these days, so he is fasting. He owns sheep and a small piece of land and has 3 daughters who live in the region. He gifts us bread, a traditional food from his community. We are grateful to learn about his life over the course of one evening.
Welcome. This is my office this morning. The desk is this frozen table. My co-worker are those frozen fingers. And honestly, the only thing less responsive than my finger right now is the internet. Google doesn't work. WhatsApp doesn't work, YouTube doesn't work, nothing works. And that's why my friends will always travel with a VPN. Hey, you didn't see that coming, huh? Yeah, I'm talking about the partner of this video, not VPN. So in places like China, a whole part of the internet is just not accessible. For that, we use NordVPN. I just open the app, hit connect, and boom, all of the internet I'm used to is accessible again. Digitally, I'm in a warm coffee place in Paris. Physically, I'm freezing my here in China. But there's also 2 key things that are super useful. One, it saved us a lot of money. I always change my country of connection when I need to buy an online subscription. I always connect from India or Turkey, where subscriptions are much less expensive. I think a NordVPN subscription is about the price of a coffee per month. I reimburse that 3 times with all the money I saved. The second thing is really useful for is security. So every time you turn on NordVPN, you basically guarantee no one will steal all of your data. In the description box, I put the link for NordVPN. When you click on this link, you can save money, you can be safe online, but you also support the channel. So thank you so much. With the code NMEXP, you get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll fill in a complaint to HR because it's way too cold in the office those days.
All right, our turn. So it's -7.5 now. We're gonna heat up the glow plugs. Do it 3 times. Okay. We'll help it a little bit by clutching in the transmission. The problem with our car is that these two put -35 diesel and we didn't because we have a bigger tank. So I was like, nah, we'll fill it up later at the next station. And I guess that bites us back in the butt with them two making fun of us, saying, well, you didn't put -35 diesel, your car isn't starting. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit more with the sun and then we'll start. Well, it's part of the adventure. It's fun.
The host has an idea to get the Albatross to start, so he brought hot water and he wants to put it on the fuel lines. Albo is getting tea this morning.
That's protection? Yeah.
Smart man. Turns out we don't have to do a fire under the car. A little training session with the morning family. Even our host is joining. Happy day.
Thank you, Mr. Ma, for hosting us. Our next objective is to reach Qingghai Lake, one of the largest high-elevation salt lakes on the planet.
that's amazing, this place. One, it's super fun because we can slide. Two, we can actually drive on ice. I don't think we've ever done that. We've driven on snow. But this is proper ice. When Albatross is moving, it does. Look at this kid. I mean, whoa.
This is such a cool lake, guys.
Yeah.
Man, we're loving it. I mean,
love it.
We have actually never driven on ice before.
That's exactly what I was saying.
God, it's so true though.
God.
The only thing is like, man, if anything cracks,
do you think
car's
it's a
gone
lake?
forever.
Oh, it's a river.
It's a river. Yeah.
Oh.
But it's so good. It's a proper ice that you can really slide on.
So this man was walking with a cow on this ice. I think one of his cow got stuck on the ice, so he brought it back outside the ice. I feel alive. I like the difficulty to breathe. And here, I love it. I love it because we're all here with our big 4x4 and this guy just goes. Bye bye!
I'm the videographer at the Olympic Games.
Olympic ice skating videographer. Having fun? This is so good. We actually never have been on proper ice like this before.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, but it's like an actual river, so it could break at any point. I don't think so. They brought us here because they know it's thick enough.
Yeah, this is cool.
Really
I honestly thought we would be doing this in Alaska, and we ended up doing this in China. And group photo. There's one guy over there taking a pee. Hey Shay! How was the toilet?
It's fantastic.
Nice. With this view. Driving through a completely, well, not completely, but probably 90% abandoned town. They had tons of solar panels over there, then they had tons of factories and big buildings, you know, the ones you build up really quickly with the tin walls and roofs. And now it's completely abandoned, and you can see over there all the tins is like falling off, things are breaking and things, and I think they're done with their project. And so this village here died. This is a ghost town, huh? They're finished their factory and whatever they had in resources they needed, and then they just left, I guess.
Suddenly, in these remote valleys, we see in the distance Qingghai Lake, a vast salty lake surrounded by sand dunes and grasslands where herders live. For a long time, the lake had been shrinking, but extremely strict environmental protection measures and climate change have led to an increase in its size over the past 20 years. Right now, it is completely frozen. Absolutely mind-blowing. Our main challenge now, in herders' land, will be finding an unfenced place to camp.
Your first kind of Central Asia camels.
I know. Look at these guys, double hump. I never remember which one is camel and which one's dromedary, but I think.
This is camel. Dromedary is one hump.
What's up, buddy? Huh? Look at you.
Eventually, a local car overtakes us, waving enthusiastically and pulling over on the side of the road. They invite us to camp on their land. We're going to spend the night with herders from the Qingghai lake.
So, yeah, it's a bit difficult, but I also agree.
That's a great spot.
Yes, a little bit, sir.
They'll let us.
家里的牧场，我们晚上露营在他家的牧场，
Oh, okay.
下边1公里。
Okay. How's it going over there?
Right.
Yeah, cool.
The beautiful Piaolian.
我跟你们一起
他跟你一起。
Oh, okay. 可以. One good thing about China is that the people are so hospitable, especially on tourists. So if you are a little bit chatty and you smile and you're nice, even somebody that is racing along the road next to you opens the window, takes photos and said, hey, come with me, which has happened quite often in China. Then you could kind of slide in there, hey, I've been looking for a place to sleep, I don't know where, and they'll just be like, hey, why don't you come in our backyard? So us 3 defenders are going into the backyard of the car that passed us literally 3 minutes ago. This
This is awesome.
Thank you very much for finding this. This is much better than sleeping on a parking lot. 对，可以。对，很好。
This area is good.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Ooh, not great. We were just arriving here, so happy to find a camp spot, and now Stories Defender is just not starting, which is really weird. They're looking at it.
To top it off, they've just invited us for dinner. They're gonna make beef over there, and they've got a few sheep. So I have no idea if they're gonna give us some sheep, but I heard beef.
He said they're going to milk the sheep, so maybe we're going to milk the sheep with them.
Yeah, some sort of fermented milk or fresh sheep milk. Now we got one other issue, is this car isn't starting. The fuel line isn't working, it's clogged, so trying to figure that out.
Look at him! How much?
What's your fun?
No, how much?
How much?
This place is proper exceptional. I don't know how to describe it. The man is super kind and welcoming, and now we're going to have dinner with this family. I don't know, that's the travel we love, that's unique opportunities, that's why we don't really make plans, that's why we try not to follow the most touristy places, because if you leave it completely open to chance and opportunity, you arrive in places like this. It's amazing. It's amazing.
来过这儿，
来过青海湖，
来过青海湖。从这儿经过吗？
经过这
One thing led to another. We are now eating in their house butter, milk tea, lamb from their farm, and beef inside these dumplings. They have a little baby sheep right there. They have the little stove where they put wood and it charcoals the whole area and it makes it so warm. Here we have the mom, the father, the son, and the grandparents, and we're all here. These are the experiences that you can easily get in China, and we're loving it. It's unbelievable.
But it makes it easier that we are with friends that speak Chinese.
Yes, definitely does. So you know what? Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
You know what it is?
It's the poop of the sheep. Okay.
咱们得3:1回来，我那个换了一个。
Yeah, they fuel the fire with the sheep poop. It's actually super efficient.
1个月以后你就可以看到这个视频。
And you're actually in a big bowl of sheep poop.
中国人叫看到外国。
Similarly to how they do in Mongolia, here they use the animal poop that is dried to fuel the fire. And so this little lamp is in a big box where they collect all of the dry poop of the sheep. And then they use it to fuel the fire. You don't smell anything. It's super efficient. The fire works super well. And yeah, no problem.
Okay. That if you want, you can visit his another house, just nearby.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're interested.
Another house.
Yeah.
Okay. Big house. 谢谢。
大房子哎。
哇。
They celebrate the festival in this room.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. This football.
Football, yes. Telephone. You like
Barcelona.
football? Yeah. You like Barcelona?
对
Barca. Okay.
The fan of Barca.
Fan.
这是我哥和我嫂子。
哦，好漂亮。
His brother and his brother's wife.
Wife. Okay.
你哥哥现在在哪？
在别人家当女婿。
哦，结婚了。
啊，对，结婚了。他有必须有
吉祥，才能吉祥。
What is he?
Democracy group.
Okay.
And his mother is one of them.
Oh, okay. Where is she on the picture?
对。
Okay.
Democracy conference.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
这个他就等于
So we went to do pictures in their reception living room, and I took a picture with the grandmother, and she was looking at my rings. I always wear a lot of rings, and she looked at one specifically, so I was like, oh, she likes it, so I gave it to her, and she was so happy. And then I'm so happy because my rings are useless with me, and she seems to like them, and it fits her super well. So I'm happy. How long does it take to do all of the braid?
house 1 hour.
Only?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
longer. Okay.
Yeah. 妈妈特别快。
So nice. 漂亮。
You wanna braid your hair? She can braid it just for... So Mathilde, what's going on here?
I'm not too sure. I think I'm getting braids by Tibetan lady. She braided the head of her mother with tiny braids that are really nice. And I'm getting bigger braids, I think. But I don't see what's happening, so I don't know.
Your braids actually look really cool.
I'm sure they do. You should learn how to do them, and then you do them.
You'll be able to rap a song after this.
Oh, hurt.
Fais voir? Ouais? Hey! Xiao Liang! Wow, you look good.
I like it.
Got a traditional. Hey! Looks like a cowboy.
No, Tibetan
Tibetan cowboy.
shepherd.
再抱个小羊。Okay.
Now you're really in your element.
Now I'm like really.
Yeah, you are.
那你学业进步哦。谢谢。拜拜啊。
Love for you and your family to stick the sticker of China on our car. The story is that every country we go to, it's always a local person from the country who puts the sticker and not us. And in China we didn't know who, but now we found, and it's you.
How? How?
可以。
We're quite excited to have QingHai accepting to put the flag of China. I don't know, his story feels very modern Chinese to us, and he's been so kind with us. I don't know, this mix of super tradition. Yesterday he was showing us gear, some backpacks, some sweater and some tents that his grandmother was knitting with the yak fur. Today he's taking the fast train to Chengdu to go study Chinese medicine. This morning he was still helping his dad with the ceremony at the at the sunrise. I don't really know what they were doing, and he's taking care of the lambs, and it's I don't know, it's the kind of story you have less and less, I guess, in some part of the world, and it's inspiring. He's a great young man, so I'm really proud to have him on the car.
我吗？对，你，让你把贴。
Who better than him to stick the flag of China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
China.
China, 中国，谢谢。
不用谢。
可以，可以。Okay.
谢谢你。
Look at this. You know what? It's perfectly aligned too.
Yeah, he's a future doctor. The guy is.
这个是40
个国家。
40国家。
第40个。
对，是你帮他贴了这个中国的国旗。
Goodbye to the family with great emotion. We will never forget their hospitality and openness in welcoming us to their home. The emotions of the evening almost made us forget that one of our convoy vehicles is not working. After multiple attempts by the team to try to get it started again, we have failed. There is a problem with the diesel line and the fuel tank, and we won't know exactly what it is until we remove it entirely. So we have decided to tow it to the next city. From Qinghai Lake, it is about 2 hours away.
Sorry. But no.
This is a reminder of us in the US. It feels like it's a déjà vu.
We've all been there, but I have to admit I have mixed feelings because I feel we had the best evening with the family here, and at the same time, Story and Queenie got their car towed. So
Yeah, they didn't probably have the best evening because they had a bit their mind busy. But we actually got it towed twice. Also in where was it? Indonesia.
Oh yeah, in Indonesia we saw it leave
The
like
crankshaft
this.
sensor was no good.
And every time the Land Rover community was here with us.
Exactly. So we're gonna go with him, figure out if we can help, and if we can't, we'll decide what we do. But if we can, I'm ready to put my hands in there and try and figure it out. Yeah.
谢谢 for everything.
Ah, man. However would we have made memories like this? This is just things will keep with us forever.
Yeah, and those people were amazing. The young son at the end was saying, when you're done with the world tour, you're always welcome here. He said his uncle has a place next to the lake and we can go see the lake in the summer one day.
I might have to come back next week.
It's amazing.
All right, so what's happening now is we're gonna go till Xining. It's anyways on our trajectory. A tiny detour, maybe like 30 minutes. So we're gonna go with them. It's part of the Defender community to like always help out. Plus they're our friends. Bam!
A few days before, yeah?
C'est le genre de truc qu'il aurait dit, tu vois. Okay, we're at the garage. Overlanding with Defenders. No, I'm saying that, but I truly believe that every car breaks down. Every car of this generation, with this amount of kilometers, with this amount of like hardship we put on them, would break down. So go in comments and fight it. Tell me that the Toyotas break down less. Maybe. But I tell you, you don't make friends like that. And you still end up in the garage. And you have no friends. We're waiting for the tow truck to come with Story and Queenie. And hopefully good news or bad news, I don't know. But hopefully news.
Workshops is about the place where I'm the least useful. So I found myself a little chair in the sun, going to get some work done. But I wanted to show you what the police gave us. So we've got quite a few police checks on the stretch of road because it seems to be a sensitive area. But they're always super friendly. They check our passports, they call for people, they ask some questions. We always answer straightforward. And they gifted us all of these, so many little, those are delicious. They're like super sweet and sour. And some nuts. Xie. The garage is so nice. They brought us a table, some water and some tea while they're doing the diagnostic on the car. Not jealous. You...
Good wife. Yeah.
The car won't be leaving today.
We're one Defender down, but the road ahead is still long, and our convoy has many more kilometers to conquer. To know if Story's Defender will start again, you have to subscribe to the channel and tune in next week. The Silty Overlander convoy faces new challenges on the epic roads of China.
Yeah, we found camels.
You found camels.
I know. We got dunes behind. So we finally arrived in an area which is called QingHai Lake, which is on that side. And it's massive. And then you've got dunes on this side and camels. And Mathilde said she saw an ostrich. I didn't